Hello, Anthony.
Hello, Claudine.
So we want to talk today about something that's been going on for a few months. IRS went to court in November. They were seeking to issue a summons for access to Coinbase's user records. Sort of a big deal and pretty reminiscent to me of FATCA.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap between this. Coinbase is a Bitcoin and other virtual currencies exchange for that. I happen to have an account with Coinbase.
It's getting more popular.
Oh yeah, it's popular and it's pretty tied into a lot of systems, and it's a pretty legitimate place. There was a previous exchange, Mt. Gox, that was a little bit of problems there. That wasn't really set up to do this sort of thing. So Coinbase is a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more legitimate, and so the IRS has issued that John Doe summons. I am one of those targets of the John Doe. They just don't happen to know that. So yeah, we saw this, and I said, man, this is just like so much of the FATCA stuff that we've been seeing, the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. And it's essentially like this. We were at the hearing, and a question was asked to the person who supported FATCA, the claimed architect of FATCA, if it'd be okay if the IRS just got income information on foreign accounts as opposed to the current system, which is all this information, account value, and additional information you don't get on a 1099. And so Chairman Mark Meadows asked her, hey, wouldn't it just be okay? How about this for a compromise? We'll just give you like 1099 information instead of all this other information. Well, then she said something that just my jaw dropped, and I had a difficult time. It's taken me weeks to figure out exactly what to call it. She goes, well, no, actually, I prefer if all the domestic 1099 information was everything we get from FATCA. Which is crazy because FATCA will send information even when your bank account, whatever the asset is, doesn't make money. And so for some people who want to have some bank secrecy, they just put in an account that doesn't make any money. To say, okay, well, I don't want anyone to know about this. I don't want the IRS to know about it. I don't want anybody to know about it. I don't want this information out. I'll just put it in a bank account. Not breaking any laws because there's no income to report. So that the fact that she wanted information that had nothing to do with tax just sort of alarming. And I think this morning I came up with the word for it, the phrase for it. I would say it's financial voyeurism. That's really what it is. It's people who want to know because they want to know with no legitimate reason.
There were some statistics here. Let's see if I can find how many people it would actually affect. Out of, what was it, like 10%? You talk about Coinbase.
Oh, sure, yeah. So Coinbase, so they sent out this just John Doe summons, and there's about 500,000 account holders at Coinbase. By the way, how many of them are actual U.S. persons?
Right.
So many of them don't even have any sort of tax liability whatsoever. Absolutely none, but the IRS wants the information on these people. And about 90% of the people, 90% of the people have accounts at Coinbase less than $10,000 worth. $10,000. I would be one of those. That is what mine is, well under $10,000. And I would say a lot of people dabbling in Bitcoin. You buy a Bitcoin, sit on it. You know, there's a lot of that just to say, hey, look, this might be just something to get into. I'm a little new to it. I don't want to throw everything into it. So you just sort of hedge your bets a little bit. So that's most people. So
and they already have limited resources.
Yeah,
I mean, the IRS is struggling.
There's some things that most people don't know about the IRS, and that the IRS is half the staff of the people who are in the field, whether a revenue agent or a revenue officer. IRS is half the size they used to be. And the reason why is because they keep doing things like this. And the Republicans have been in charge to say, guys, you keep doing these crazy things, and you want your budget, but you keep doing crazy things like this. You haven't gotten the message yet that we want you to prioritize. Therefore, we're not going to give you the staff you need because you just keep doing this. Why don't you go after bigger targets? And we've identified one before, a huge target. We've identified the foreign nationals who skip out on the foreign estate tax. And through some pretty basic calculations, it's about $160 billion of tax revenue missed out a year. The IRS doesn't throw any enforcement at that. So instead of this stupid John Doe summons for, a complete invasion of privacy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Complete. Just I want information because I want it. What are you going to do with it? Well, you could trust me because we store it so securely. We're the government. We just like to look at it and poke around. And it's just a nasty, nasty little thing that is needs to stop. And you just see this I think that, when you're at the IRS, you think everything belongs to you. There's nothing that a taxpayer can hide from you. And in a way, that I could kind of see sort of how you fall into that trap. You forget, no, you're just about income. Where's this relation to income? And so the Republicans of the House Ways and Means Committee, they sent a nice little letter out.
Yeah, it was Senator Orrin Hatch, Representative Kevin Brady, and Representative Vern Buchanan. They requested information about the IRS's overall strategy, what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. They sent that back May 17th, and they want an answer from the IRS by June 7th, which is next week.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be doing a follow-up to this.
I don't know. I wouldn't count on the IRS being able to meet that deadline.
That's a good point.
And I don't know what's going to happen there. But you're right. The Republicans want to know here, hey, what is your digital currency strategy here? Because we haven't even heard your strategy for this. Because what are you going to do? You're just going to throw your first lead-off move is a John Doe summons to a whole bunch of people. It's like, here's the thing. They could not summon my stuff right now. Knowing, I'm telling you, IRS, I have a Coinbase account. Summon me. But you can't because you have no cause. You don't have any reason to. So they're allowed to do something because they have less information. Isn't that insane? They have less information, yet now they're allowed this bullshit John Doe summons here. And it's a little bit out of control. So the IRS, so the Republicans said, what are you doing here? I mean, the thing is digital currency, virtual currencies, they're going to be a part of the future. And that you have to have some realistic strategy to do this. And this whole idea, and this is sort of this backwards idea the IRS has, say, okay, let's go after the most legitimate virtual currency exchange in America that happens to be located in America. It's like, well, guys, if I was going to do something shady, I wouldn't be at Coinbase. I wouldn't be there. And probably all those other people wouldn't. And probably if there was somebody there right now who said, oh, you guys are going to issue a summons. Okay, well, I'll just sort of get this out of there then. So goodbye.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up.
So that's really why you said maybe you guys should have a strategy. Or at least let people know what your strategy is. You go with the nuclear option of a John Doe summons for this $1 million of taxes not paid.
So we will monitor. We'll see if the June 7th deadline is met.
Yeah.
If not, I set reminders to check these things.
Yep.
So keep checking back. You can also subscribe to our channel because as soon as we get information, we'll be doing an updated video and you'll get notification. You can like and comment below. And we want to thank you so much for watching.